What is going on, guys and girls? Welcome back to CK2 Elder Kings and King Gromm of Winterhold, who had a huge change of character in the last episode because we have lost the Zealous trait. And that is a huge deal because it has been one of the most defining aspects of his character, of his personality. And with that gone, I was lost for a little bit. I didn't really know where to go with this character, so I took some time to reassess the situation, reevaluate his personality, and a lot of things are going to change, for sure. Now, one thing I do want to mention right at the beginning here, though, is that even though we lost the Zealous trait, that doesn't obviously mean we're no longer, religious at all. We're still a good religious person, right? We're still pious, we have a lot of personal favor, as it's called here, so we're still very much a follower of the 8 divines, of course, right? It's just not as, I guess we're just not as, well, zealous about it anymore. I guess that's the only way to explain it. And this is a big deal because that changes a lot for Gromm, especially considering that the zealous trait has been one of the driving forces behind the conquest of the Reachmen, right? They were our religious enemies, and we have conquered a lot of them. And I suppose it kind of makes sense, actually, that it kind of ends now that we have conquered almost all of their provinces. At least most of the provinces they have in Skyrim. There's literally only one province left, and that is also only because we still have a truce. So here's my plan for the future. I have previously mentioned how Gromm wants to eradicate all of the Old Gods followers, all of the Reachmen, and that is no longer true. We're going to let them live out their days in High Rock, in the Breton provinces. We do not really care about them there. But one thing that I will definitely do, or two things, I will finish the war that we have started just because, it would be strange to end it now on a white peace or even surrendering. That doesn't make any sense. We're going to finish the war, but we're not going to take any further action against the Reachmen here. We will, however, go to war with this minor king here as soon as our truce runs out, just because it would just make this look much better, right? And so we're going to take them over, and that means we've basically driven the Reachmen out of Skyrim, but the rest doesn't really interest us all that much. So that's the first big thing. And then I've also decided that Gromm is going to have to change his focus because we are no longer going to really go to war anymore. I mean, we're still a battle mage, we're crusader and all these kinds of things, and obviously martially skilled, but there is no one else I really want to attack. I don't want to go to war with the Dunmer. I definitely don't want to go to war with the Rift or Hafingar. I was thinking about maybe going to war with the Colovian Estates, especially now since King Erlaf the Hammer has actually converted and is now following the cult of Herkeen, a Daedric prince, the Daedric prince of Hunt. So there would definitely be some reason to go to war, especially because the Colovian Estates have conquered Nordic territory, but at this moment I just don't really see us going aggressively against him. If he does anything like majorly out of line, if he even attacks us, for example, or threatens us, then we might do something. But other than that, I don't think we're going to go to war. So we are going to change out of our war focus and into the hunting focus. Now, I do want to quickly mention why, because there were some other focuses I was thinking about. I was thinking about carousing, because we are known as the affable, we are gregarious, and so that would kind of fit as well. And I was also thinking about scholarship, just because we have very high learning, of course, and we're an alchemist, so I could see us continuing our studies. But then I've realized we are already a master of the Thu'um, we are a legendary mage, and I think there's not really all that much left to learn. I think we're wise enough, at least in Gromm's eyes. He doesn't really want to learn all that much more, so I kind of disregarded this. As for carousing, it would be fun, and I think it would definitely fit our character, but here's the big deal. We can still go ahead and hold feasts and summer fairs even without the carousing focus. That is very much possible, right? We just need to be at peace for that. And well, I guess the month has to be a certain time of the year, but that's the only requirement. Whereas hunting, great hunts can only be called if you actually have the hunting focus. And hunting also kind of still gives us martial bonuses, which is obviously our highest trait. So I think that is going to be a good focus, especially because we already have the falconer trait. so that fits as well. So we're going to switch to hunting. The +1 health is a nice bonus as well, so we should, yeah, I think this is probably the best focus for us right now. Yeah, so that is that. And then one other thing I should mention is that we have finally the possibility to change our patron deity. Now, we couldn't do this entire time that we've been following Akatosh because we're zealous. And I guess once you're locked into one patron deity, you can't change it as a zealot. So now that we have lost that trait, we open up the possibility to change, and I think I'm going to make use of this. Akatosh has been great, has been amazing, and we're still going to continue wearing his amulet. But I do want to change over to a different deity. So let me see where I can find him. No, it's not here. It's Julianus, the god of wisdom and logic. So yeah, basically, I think that we're smart enough, we're wise enough, that we don't really want to learn that much more. But we're still going to devote ourselves to him. We're not going to be a scholar. We're still going to be focusing on the hunt. But this is still our god. I think it fits us best, especially because in the wiki it said that Julianus is the god of the mages, and that is still, well, a very defining factor, I guess, of our character, being a legendary mage. So that's the god I want to go with, especially because none of the others really seem to fit all that well. So Julianus it is, and we now know the truth, observe the law, and when in doubt seek wisdom from the wise, and I think we are these wise men. Excellent. Alright, now, as for societies, we're going to stay as the companions. It's more of an honorary thing, I would say, but yeah, I think it's a prestigious position, I suppose, that we'll just stay here. There's not too much to do. I'm not going to agree to any missions where we have to escort anyone, but taking over the companions, we're currently the heir to this society. I wouldn't mind that. It would be a nice position to have, so I'm just going to stay there. Alright, so that was, I think it was basically it, so we can move on. As I said, we're going to finish this war. Unfortunately, we need a few more troops, so let's raise them from the orc vassal here, and that should be sufficient. Don't suppose we have an organizer? No, but we do have a cavalry leader. Alright, let's just have him move our troops over there a little bit faster, maybe. Oh, and then there's one thing that we need to deal with. We actually have the plague as well as typhoid fever in our capital, and I definitely want to get rid of this. We can open a spell book to cure the disease in this province, but that's going to cost 10 magicka, and right now we only have 7. So I hope next month we're going to have saved up enough. And oh yeah, it's high time. Our daughter, Princess Cortana, is beset by high fever, could not stop vomiting. We feared the worst. The suspicions are now confirmed. Her infliction is indeed the dreaded plague. Well, that is terrible. We're going to call the court physician at once. Hopefully he can save her. Man, I hope. But we'll have to see. Anyways, she is strong, so she might live through this. For now, let's finish the war, though. My treasured dog has passed away. It was truly a member of my family, but I'm not going to spend money on it. It's just a dog, really, so that's all good. And Princess Bixby is now... Oh my god, everyone has the plague. That's not good. That's not good. I could seclude... No, I can't actually seclude myself, so that's strange. We're gonna have to cure... Okay, we can cure the disease. Let's do it. A lesser version of the spell. Remove the effects of disease. Yep. So... Oh, that doesn't actually... It doesn't seem to remove the disease. Okay, my son now has the plague. What is going on? Do all my courtiers have the plague? Yes. Apparently, even Debella has the plague. It's just a mild illness. She's got decent symptom treatment. That's really not good. Okay, she's been healed. Okay, that's good. That's definitely good. Let me see about my other children. Okay, you have cramps. You've been healed. You have the... Okay. My wife doesn't seem to be sick either. It's, Yeah, it's not ideal, but I think we're gonna survive it. Maybe my cure spell was successful? Apparently not. Bixby has died of the plague. Well, she wasn't strong, so I kind of understand. But our son has proven strong, so that's very good. Let's close the spellbook again. How much magicka do I have left? 4. Oh, and we can now shut the gates. I might do that. Although now we've all kind of survived it, so maybe we don't need to do it anymore. Let's finish the war first. Maybe that will make things easier. Alright, and Baslod has died. And someone else, some lowborn person has inherited. Okay, I suppose that's fine. We did lose our steward, so we need to appoint someone else here. We could pick our grandson Gromm of Whiterun. He seems decent. Why? I mean, I don't see why not, honestly. Although, yeah, he seems decent, and he's my family. So yeah, sure, let's pick him, our grandson. Very good. And right, I think what we'll do is we'll actually focus our people on researching more technology, because we're pretty lacking in that. I don't think we need the money, we don't need the extra troops, and we certainly don't care about religion all that much anymore. And it's not really been successful, or this woman has not been successful in converting anything anyways. So we might as well put them to spread more technology in the capital. There you go, research. And we're actually going to put our granddaughter to research as well. I hope that helps and will allow us to build more buildings in the future. We do need a new designated regent, for which I'm likely going to pick... I could pick Gromm. Do we like him? Hold on. My opinion is 6. That's really not all that high. We really do like Debella, 100. I mean, I could see that. Or my wife. I guess my wife is going to be the one. Yeah, she's going to be the regent. Why not? A mass of ceremonies. Someone should be mass of ceremonies. I could see my grandson. He's a steward and mass of ceremonies. I could see that happening. Sure. Let's give that to our son. Any other titles that are open? Food taster. Have no court painter available anymore. Court architect. Tutor. Oh, wow. We need a lot. Damn. Court tutor. No, wait. This is architect. Let me see. Someone who is skilled at stewardship. Chiefess. Do we like her? Don't particularly like her. We don't seem to particularly like anybody. Which is kind of upsetting. This guy, I guess. Fine, I guess. And then as court tutor, we only have this woman. I mean, I guess fine. We'll go with it. Children lack education. I wanted to ignore her, and I'm going to stick to that. Cortana has the plague again. Wait, didn't she already survive the plague? That's kind of ridiculous. And, okay, so a lot of people are dying of the plague. This is not good. My friend died as well. That is bad. Oh, I see now. Okay. Okay, so we've lost a daughter. We've lost a friend. This sucks. This sucks a lot. Man, is this gonna go away? I thought I cast a spell to remove this. Apparently that was not successful. Very upsetting. Anyway, as she's grown old, I can see Marozia could use some guidance in some of my experienced areas. I will require hard work and may not always be appreciated, but this is my chance to make a self-sacrifice for the sake of Marozia. Again, I'm not too certain about this, because she might be marrying someone unfavorable. But I suppose we could become stressed. She could lose content, become ambitious, making us rivals. I hate that. That makes no sense to me. We could make her patient. Since we are patient ourselves, I could see this. This might be the best. We are going to lose some traits for 5 years, but I think that's probably worth... That's probably worth it. Yeah, so let's do that. Okay. It's the best out of all of them. We have improved her. Okay, moving on. My wife now has the plague. Call for the court physician. We don't have enough magic or magicka to save all of them. So, yeah. How are you doing? You're stressed, but you are actually secluded with your courtiers. So the Darodos have been smart about this. They only have the typhoid fever. There's an undead infestation over here as well. So let me quickly check out the disease map mode. So this is typhoid fever, but don't we also have the plague? We have the plague here as well. Yeah. So over here it's just the typhoid fever. But we have the plague in these 2 provinces as well, which is particularly worrying. We'll have to see. I'm brave enough though. Maybe stupid, but I don't want to close the gates. We're currently not home anyway, so I guess we're not going to be afflicted anyways. The Bella has found out about some plot. Okay. It's all good. Outbreak in the disease. Man, can we just finish the siege, please? Plague has broken out in Winterhold. Oh, man. Alright, we finished. Okay, very good. Unfortunately, that's not the end of the war yet. As my troops ransack the village, they uncovered a relic of great importance. Superior steel armor. Now that is interesting. Let's quickly check that out. We do have the ancient Nordic armor of quality of 2. But let's check this out. Defense, martial personal combat skill, a suit of masterwork steel plate armor. Steel plate, despite not being the flashiest armor type, is exceptionally practical. Suits like this one are strong, comfortable, not overly cumbersome, and easy to repair. Okay. Now this is giving us defense of plus 2.5. This is giving us defense of plus 1. Martial of 2, 1 personal combat skill. Only martial of 1, but more combat skill. Winter combat health. It's giving the same health bonus. I actually think our ancient Nordic armor is better than this, so I'm gonna keep that one. But I might give the armor to. I might give the. You know what? I'm gonna give the armor to my marshal. Maybe. She's a master warrior. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it to her. Yeah. Let's give her an artifact. Give artifact. Superior steel armor. There you go. She will like that. Awesome. She's gonna have to accept she did. Very nice. Okay, our granddaughter. I mean, she has the dragon blood. She deserves a great armor, I feel like. And she does have the seduction focus as well, interestingly. Anyway, can we please finish this war? I think we're gonna actually fight now. I want this to be over. And I think it's fastest if we actually fight. Alright, we have... Okay, improved our skills. And that actually improved our martial by 1. I like that a lot. Very good. Alright, we're done here. And that should be 100%. Let's finish this off. Very good. We have taken over an extra province. In fact, 2. We have taken this as well. Let's create a new vassal here. And this vassal, Yinia, you will be granted the Thaindom of Royan. There you go. Enjoy. It's a temple. That's all good. We'll stand down our troops. And you can resign. You can resign as well. And we're going to slowly walk home. And then we'll see if we still have this epidemic to deal with. Yeah. So typhoid fever still around. It's kind of annoying. How are our people? You have been healed again. I hope you're not going to get sick again. That would be kind of annoying. But it seems to be all good. Yeah, our court physician, whoever it is doing a pretty decent job. Invoker Gromm of Felglow. Alright, he's a journeyman healer. Very good. Oh, one thing that reminds me is that we can actually continue our specialization. Because we're, once again, part of a... what's it called? Part of a society. So we can actually study our specialization. Unfortunately, I've already checked that. You cannot change specializations midway sort of thing. So basically now we're going to continue down the Crusader route, and only once this is on the 3rd level will we be able to change to something new. So even though we're no longer religious, we're going to have to finish this, but I think that's okay. The companions has asked me to put down a dread zombie that is wandering around the temple graveyard. No one has been harmed yet, but zombies tend to attack anything on sight, so it's a matter of time. Now, okay, I think this may be a mission that I'm going to accept. Because taking out a zombie, I could see that. You know what, let's do this. Let's do that. That's not too bad. What do I need to do for that? Pure Dread? I guess we're going to get an event for that. We'll have to see. When I get to the cemetery, I smell the walking corpse before I see it. A fetid mass of green flesh shuffling about, gurgling and belching incoherently. I make haste in battling the find. For the companions. Yeah, that should be no problem. Vicious as it may be, the zombie is no match for me, and I take the legs out from under the monster before decapitating it. A priest from the temple rushes outside and thanks me, and I travel back to the guild hall. It was nothing, really. Yeah. Well, we gained 10 gold and 100 reputation. Very good. Okay, we finished our ambition to build a war chest, which we're likely not going to use for war. Instead, I guess we're going to see the realm prosper. Yeah, we're not going to go to any more wars. We need to stay at peace for 5 years. Yeah, which should be fine. Let's quickly check out how long the truce will last here. This will last for another, well, 2 years. That's fine. That's fine. It's okay. We're going to stay at peace for a couple of years. No problem. Now, I do need to keep in mind when this runs out. This runs out in 4 years. Okay. Just as a reminder. And we still have this tribal holding that I would like to, yeah, improve to a feudal one. But that might not be possible anytime soon. We'll have to see. I do have a lot of money that I might be able to spend. Okay, finally, the disease has left. Very good. So we no longer have the plague or the typhoid fever. It has left our holdings, and likely it's going to leave our vassals' holdings soon as well. So far, you are looking good. Still a bit stressed out, but you're hanging in there, which I like. Your family is making babies. Very good. Okay, so your line is secured. That's all I really need to know. Alright, on that note, I'm going to end the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.